Back again today. So, yesterday, I ended up starting a roguelike called Lone Star. And it was just a space roguelike. That's all I knew about it. So, I compared it to uh, Faster Than Light, which is a roguelike that came out like 10 plus years ago at this point. And it is a really fun playthrough. To hit through the last. I did 3 runs, managed to beat them all. One of those was, of course, the tutorial. I also did one last night, which I did on the next level, and was able to take that out too. I used a ship that you needed different colors, and it was kind of weird, and I was lucky I made it. So yeah, we're going to pick up, we're going to continue to do more of it, but it is not really like, and that's what we were going over yesterday. It's not really like Fast and Light, besides it's spaceships in space. There are missions, and in between each mission, there's like short shopping segments that they call being on vacation from being a bounty hunter in between your missions. But it's not real time, and it's not as hard so far as the actual Faster Than Light was the first bunch of times you do it before you start getting like something really good and moving with. But I've been enjoying this a lot. So for at least today again, I'm going to stream some more of it. Don't know how long it's going to be. Probably last time was 4.5 hours. It might be that again because when I play a roguelike, I get sucked in the roguelikes. It might only last for like 40, 50 hours, and then I throw it away. But you know, it might last a little bit longer than that. So who knows? But yeah, we're just gonna pick up a new run, and let's see how far we are. So I did unlock all the ships, and I played last night off stream, or after I did Mega Man. Speaking of which, there will be more Mega Man at the normal time later tonight. But so the way this works is it lets you get paints, and you can paint on top of a energy source and give it extra colors. And there's even a special devices that you can get that have a rainbow effect on them, where you need one of each color, which if you paint one energy in all 3 colors, it counts. And that was pretty fun. I had one that if I put any energy in, any point in, it would generate a rainbow energy, and I could just stick that into my rainbow one that would give me a blue 7 and a blue 2. That was pretty fun. So that was Spectra. I'll probably do one of those on stream again, but the one I haven't played yet with it is Spacewalker. So feature starts with 3 swap, allowing you to swap unit positions during battle. And there's a fucking phone call. All right, well, maybe it's an important one. I guess I'll be back. All right, so not exactly a. Once again, not breaking with tradition, getting a fucking phone call during the literally right when I started stream. Not the important phone call I was kind of hoping it would be. Just kind of, you know, same annoying phone call. But anyway, so we're gonna go with the Spacewalker. The feature swaps with starts with 3 swap, allowing you to swap unit positions during battles. I think that's gonna be very neat because if you're losing in an area, you can move around a good piece of equipment to someplace that might be better. So let's give this one a shot, since I have not used a Spacewalker yet. Who do we have? Restore. 2 times per battle, remove all energy in hand. Generate the same amount, triggered by the bottom right ship icon. Okay. So you fill up your hand with small, low-costing energy, and then you RNG throw your hand away and hope you get better ones back, I guess, is how that works. Enhanced fuel, +1 max fuel. When no items are purchased in the shop, you can pick 1 out of 3 treasures. That's a pretty neat one. At the start of battle, for every 4 treasures you own, generate an energy. Ooh. 1 max fuel. Premium shop. You can call up a premium shop. And then the backpack battles ranger. When loading energy from hand, 5% chance to generate an energy copy. 5% chance on failure, or plus 5% chance on failure resets on success. Add a max fuel, gain a random rare unit. I kind of want to start the... I kind of want to play with the Master Collector, but honestly, I think Restorer could be kind of weird. Like how much I would use, like trying to see if I can get a build that actually uses Restructure, or I get a bunch of cheap energy in hand and then throw it away and try to get something better. I'm gonna give that a shot. Okay, let's see. What does the ship basically come with? A orange core, a blue core, and a white core. Okay, so 1 power, 2 power. So the white core just does whatever damage that you do. The blue core increases its power by 1 every time you use it. Orange core increases its power by 2 every time you use it. And then Chameleon device. On load, generate an energy of upgraded color. Okay. So it doesn't copy the amount. It's just going to spit out a random thing of a higher color grade. Okay. The unique feature of Spacewalker is that you can swap units during battles. By dragging or clicking, you can move units to other positions, consuming 1 swap. The swap will be restored after each battle, so use it freely in every battle. Okay. So let's take my theory, right? I take the 1, I put it in here, it poops out. Oh, it does poop out the same number. Okay. So I could take like this one, stick it in there, and that boosts it by 2, so it's actually 3 damage. So I would need like this, right? And then I put blue in there, that buffs it up. And then I put that in there, and that makes it equal. There we go. Then I can take a... Well, none of my current things are good. But I definitely need to turn one of these into a... I'll turn that into a 5. We'll use a fuel. I can then use this 5 and really big overpower that one. Fortunately, I'm going to be taking some damage on these because I don't really... Probably should have flown up and used this to guard. But this would have guarded against the... yeah, I should have. Oh well. I'll take some damage, but... Taking a lot of damage, actually. I guess I could have just swapped where the blue was. Like, once again, the biggest number's up there, so I put the blue up there just to get that big. Then that's going to overcome that. And then this I can just put in. There we go. Residual core. At the start of battle, add a 1-point energy resource this battle. 4 power. At the start of battle, add a 1-point energy resource this battle. Devourer. On load, destroy the unit in front. When any unit is destroyed, add 3 power. Is that permanent? Is that a permanent power that this will get? Or will it reset after each fight? Because if it resets after each fight, I would need a lot of units, huh? I'm not sure with these yet. I'll have to try this out on another run at some point. At the start of battle, add a 1-point energy resource? Sure. So I'll just stick that in there. And then we'll do an upgrade. Listen to it upgrade orange core. Listen to myself. Upgrade 1 unit after losing 10 coins. If I upgrade this, what would this be? Maybe give me 2 slots? But I can get a free upgrade on orange core. But that only increases the power that it buffs itself by 1. If it gave another slot, like another orange slot, then maybe. I'll listen to myself. We'll upgrade. Yeah, it gives a second slot, but only for a blue as well. That's fine. 6 power. At the start of battle, add a 1-point energy resource this battle. Yeah, do it. That seems like a mainstay I might need for now at least, so put that in. Emergency event, Rich Spectator. If you defeat the enemy before the start of the 3rd turn, you'll gain 10 star coins. Ooh. Okay. Well, he's not doing anything right now, right? I guess I'll match him for funsies. Take the 5, turn that into an orange 5, so we get 7 damage out of that. And I put that in, and that in, and that in, and we take him out in 1 shot. Current excitation. Charge 12. Add 10 strength. Triggers when the sum of energy points loaded reaches the threshold. Okay, so you keep using it until it eventually hits 12, and then boom, you get a burst of power. Slot assimilator. At the start of the turn, apply this unit's slots into the unit behind. Oh. So basically, you can use this to put extra energy into something you really like. Yeah, I'll take that just in case I want to use that at some point. That sounds pretty neat, actually. Oh, when did the white core get a 2nd slot? Alright, 4 days vacation, shop, star coins. Yeah, we need more star coins. No, I want star coins over HP. I don't care about that. Unknown, unit, shop, and we'll hit up a unit. Gain embark power. At the start of battle, add 2 power to all initial attack units. Gain energy. At the start of battle, generate a blue 7-point energy. Access systems to gain embark. 50% chance to gain embark power and embark energy. Now I'm just gonna take that embark energy. That's actually pretty fun. At the start of battle, generate a blue 7-point energy. It's not, might not be useful forever, but right now I can at least get a free blue. And 7's pretty solid. Okay. Well, I get my free blue. I can take this, turn it to orange, which will naturally buff itself to 6. This 7 will overpower that 6 easily. I'm not really going to be getting this to do anything. I mean, I could do this, right? We go down 1. I move this over. So now I've got a bonus energy. And now I do, in fact, overpower it. Oh yeah, because this is also getting a 4 bonus power. So anything I put in is just powered up by 4. Yeah. That's why it's now like extra overpowered. But now it's paralyzed and I can go all out. Just this one time, Sensei. I need to go all out. Please forgive me. Let's upgrade this to a blue. There we go. I'm gonna stick the 1 in there for the bonus power. I'm just gonna blast it with everything we've got. Now we can turn this into that. And then we'll just move down 1. And that will overpower that, and that will keep us alive without taking too much damage. Coins to fuel the treasure. At the start of the 3rd turn, generate an orange 3-point energy. A draw in the showdown will reduce the enemy's durability. Ooh, that's neat. But I don't know. Getting I kind of poop out of energy by the 3rd turn, so that's good. I mean, I guess there's no reason why to not put this in. Although I don't really need this right now. I don't have enough bonus energy to be putting this into load. Like, I don't have a really good core to load into. So we'll stay away from that. We're not shopping yet. I don't have enough coins. At least I don't think I do. Let's go to a big blue unknown. Due to the magnetic storm, you're forced to land on an unknown planet. After a brief observation, you're astonished to find that the planet's ocean seems to possess consciousness. Could it be that the legendary awakening of intelligence incident not only gave rise to beastkin, but also influenced non-living things? Lose 5 star coins, restore all HP, 3 HP to restore fuel, remove a unit, gain an upgraded unit of the same rarity. Do I think I'm going to be able to beat the boss with missing a chunk of health? No, sacrificing a... Like, this has its applications, but I don't have an application for it yet. Yeah, let's fix up my ship, just in case. I want to be able to get out of this part and keep using the ship a bit more. And let's get a unit. At a common attack unit, gain a common support. Let's get another attack. Gain clusterer. At the start of battle, add 3 power to all clusterer unit. Ooh, alright, so that's its own build. You just fill up with clusters. Alright, that could be fun. Ooh, okay, this is brand new. Vec. Time Rift brought goo form. Time Rift brought goo from into the... Wait, what? Time Rift brought goo from the Into the Breach... Oh! From the Into the Breach universe into Lone Star universe. It has split itself into a ship and and units. Its Vex wanders throughout the cosmos, invading and destroying it all in encounter. That's why it was doing the Into the Breach as a title, like a noun. And that's why from the Into the Breach universe, that's what it's like. Into the Breach, what? It's not like a time rift brought goo from the breach into our universe or something like that. 4 strength, Failure in a showdown. Destroy itself and equip 2 small goo to random enemy positions. Large goo. 6 strength. Failure in showdown. Destroy itself and equip 2 medium goo to a random empty positions. Okay, so you blow out its big goo, and then it makes a bunch of small goo that it can cluster. Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, I guess there's no reason not to just have it in there. Sure. Okay. Well, let's do it where... Need to get an orange power. Okay, I can instantly overcome this just by putting this in there. Gives me 2 extra power. If I take this 4, turn it into an orange, now I put it in here, now we at least have an equal match there. I take 8-2, put it in there, instantly gets 4 power. Just boosting that up. Now the question is, do I want to use all my energy now? And I think the answer is yes. Even if it bursts all of these, I want to see how it actually plays out. Let's see. How much, like, do they actually power each other up a lot when they get in there? Are you supposed to, like, destroy one lane and then not keep destroying the rest? Because I can reset this if I want. I just want to see what actually happens if you break it like that. Okay, so I only have 3 energy, so I can't really play around with anything. Huh? I can do that in to get some boost in power. I can put that in. I can like move that around. But that's about all. I'm only blocking 2 damage. I can buff that to a blue, but even then I'm just taking damage on everything. So yeah, let's rewind, since now that I know that it does in fact get way more powerful. So I guess the plan is to try to match it and only break through on some of them. So like if I put that there, that's an exact 6. I don't have to care, that's matching each other. I upgrade that to an orange 4, I put that in, that's exactly matching each other. And then I hit it as hard as I can in the center lane. And only have one of them split. Okay, but they can split off anywhere. They don't have to split off in exactly a line. Okay. Well, we're gonna dodge the 10. We're just gonna flat out just dodge that one. I can take this 5, upgrade it to blue, put that in, and we'll equal. I can overpower you by 1 there. I'm gonna do a swap because I want to hit it as hard as possible down that one lane. And okay, now it splits off into the tiny goos. Now if I destroy that, I actually destroy them permanently. I think I'm just gonna use all my fuel. This is a boss fight, so I'm gonna get it all back, so I do not have to like worry about using it all up. Alright. I don't think I can match a 9 there, because this would only be 2. So I move that here. I can move that in there. And then a 3 to make that a 9. Fortunately, I can only match this unless I do another move. So, sure. That there. And that there. No, I don't have any more moves, so... But now, I've completely stopped their middle lane from being able to do damage. I only have to worry about the top and bottom. And I do have one more fuel I can use to play around with. So I can do something like... Because I'm not going to win in both lanes. Now, if I don't hit a core, do I still do damage? I'm going to assume I do. So I'm going to move up one. I put a blue in there. Put that in there to win that beam. And then I just do 1 damage here. And that will break it. And I can do anything I want next turn. Okay, now I can dump as much power as I possibly can into this. And take it out. By exact damage. Yay! Whew. First boss down. Store HP and fuel. At the end of the turn, deal 1 damage to the enemy. I gotta do the thing where I ditch my entire hand. But anyway, at the end of the turn, deal 1 damage to the enemy for each energy in hand. At the start of the turn, when your HP is less than 10, add 2 strength to all attack units. I don't plan on having my HP that low. That would be good in that shield build. Every time I lose max HP, I get shield instead. Let's take the crossbow. Let's see. 3 damage on my opponent should be fine. On load, gain double strength. On load, generate orange 1 point and generate an orange 1 point energy where X is equal to the loaded point. Then destroy self. Yeah, removed this battle. Okay. On load, generate X orange 1 point energies where X is equal to the loaded point. So I could try that with the ability where I throw away all my points in hand. The powerhouse circuit seems really cool though. So I'm going to take that one. We're going to remove the orange core for now. And we're going to put that in its place. A bunch of unknowns modification swap. Modification or swap? What's a swap? Oh, gain 3 max swap. Ooh, yes please. Yeah, let's play around with the ship's ability more. That's fun. Treasure or star coins. More star coins. Remove a unit. Gain coins based on the rarity. Alright, well, we'll do that with this then. Game of 14 star coins. After sacrificing his girlfriend's photo collection to the Undeptus Mechanican, Carol gained powers that didn't originally belong to him. However, these powers aren't particularly stable and are often subject to external interference. Enemy units with a lock can be loaded with your energy. Loaded energy units often achieves unexpected effects. Can be loaded with energy by the enemy. When loaded by the enemy, destroy adjacent units. Oh, so if I take this and I put that in, okay, that's fun. Boop. And I can probably do it better because now I can't do it to anything else. But that's an instant 4 wipe, which is pretty neat. All right, so how we're gonna do this? We're gonna take this. We're gonna turn that into an orange 7, and then we instantly double its power, breaking that away. Instantly winning that lane. Put that in. It powers itself by 1. We win that lane as well. Honestly, at this point, I should get rid of the white core and just keep the clusterer and the residual core in a row. And I'll just put that in, and now we equal out in that one. Do I win it, though? Yeah, let's win it. Fuck it. all my energy go. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so it will be the same amount, but you do get different values, which is good because I needed those different values. Or flat out just use a fuel. And we're gonna move that there. We're gonna take this 3, upgrade it to an orange for 6 power to overcome that right away. That goes in, boost to 9. That's gonna get boost to 1. So now we paralyze that on the next turn, even though we do almost no damage. But now we can go all out. And which is good. I took that other one because the third turn I get this. So put that in, double its power. Upgrade one of these to a blue. Let me put that in. Let me put that in. And then we go with this. And now we've got a kill. Lightning Core. Charge. Gain double strength. So when you ever get 12 power in there, then it doubles. Supercharge Core. At the start of battle, add 1 power. At the start of the turn, add 1 power. Okay, so it slowly starts powering itself up as the match goes on. This could be more just baseline useful. This, I might not ever get up to 12. We're going to go with the baseline useful one. And then I'm going to take this white core and replace it. There we are. Alright, let's get some more treasures. Take 2 damage, chance to find a treasure. Reflect the barrier. At the start of the turn, when any lane failed in a showdown, last turn, add 3 strength to all attacking. Okay, so if you fail, your next turn gets stronger. Cool. Conceal the enemy's energy point except the leftmost one. Ooh. Blaze installed the most powerful lights on a ship, determined to blind every opponent. It's just that the brightness of these lights seems a little bit off. So I don't know what he's put in. Emergency event. If no movement in this battle, gain a max fuel at the end. Okay. Oh, I can't see my energy values. Okay. It's not that I can't see what my opponent's doing. Cool. Actually, pretty cool. All right. We're going to bump that up to the orange. So that goes in. Oh, so if they get moved around, you can always tell by just gets what's moved around. Cool. All right. So that's also a good way. Because let's say I grab this, right? And I upgrade this. Well, it's a 2. So this is a 2. I know it's a low 2. All right. Neat. So let's put this in there and hope it's bigger. It was. Yay. We're going to take that one to power that up. And then that's just at the start of the turn. So I'll just put that there and then that in there. There we go. Okay. So I can take this and just turn it into a blue for free. So this is a 3. That's a 5. That is strong. So what I can do is... Wait, if I move, you lose a fuel. I don't want to do that. So I can just put this in. and win that one. I can put this in and tie. Then I can put this in and just get a boost in power. So I'm going to lose one of these, but I'm going to win the middle one at least. Okay. Now this is at 6 power just because this is getting boosted? Or why does this have damage already on it? I don't understand where this one's free damage is coming from. Because this has power 4 and that's up to 4 as well, but it doesn't have energy in it? Interesting. Unsure. Alright, well that gets boosted to a 6. Oops. That gets boosted to a 6, that instantly wins. That's just going to win no matter what. This already has free energy in it, so we're just going to pop some more in and crush it. And I'll also increase my max fuel now. When attack units other than duplicate core load energy, 5 points, this unit loads a copy. Ooh. So, okay, that's sexy. On load, generate 2 orange 5 points, then destroy itself. So basically, you could take 2 orange 5s, and then you only get to do that once per fight. But the duplicate core, when an attack cores other than duplicate core load an energy that's 5 or greater, this also gets a copy, which means like the first turn, when I get that free 7, this would instantly just make itself. It would just get it. Ooh. Some of these other ones are pretty neat though. I guess I could take out the clusterer for now and put this in. Upgrade, yeah, upgrades. Upgrade a common unit, lose 4, upgrade a rare, upgrade a legendary. On load, gain double strength. Ooh, it turned into a white slot. Ooh. Yeah, upgrade a legendary. Upgrading the double one. Perfect. And then we're going to get a new unit. Gain overburst core from a previous bounty hunter. Overpressure core. Fully load at 5 strength and upgrade the lowest graded slot. Triggers when all slots are loaded. So if you put 2 in there, it does 5 extra damage, and then it's going to upgrade one of its slots. So it's going to slowly keep raising in color grade. Sure. Gift 1 unit to future bounty hunters. Here's an orange core. Use a positive orange core here, hoping it will help other bounty hunters. Okay. So, first things first. We're just going to flat load this. When attack units other than duplicate core load energy greater than 5 points, this unit loads a copy. Why didn't it load a copy? Does it need to be orange? It doesn't say it needs to be orange. Let me reset and see if it needs to be orange. Or if it just didn't work right now. Because I can upgrade that to orange. Okay, it has to be orange. Okay. You still need to have orange to get that to duplicate it. It won't just duplicate any large number you put in. That's actually quite important to know. Okay, so this is the reason why I have max. Right. We're just gonna move that there. We're gonna move that there because this one can just get boosted, so we can punch through there. We put that in. And we'll go. Oh yeah. Failure in showdown. The enemy adds a 1-point energy resource for this battle. Oh. Which I guess I can actually just ditch my hand and try my luck. Alright, I'm going to upgrade that to a blue and then that to an orange. So I can stick the orange in there, double its power, and this one also gets a copy as well. We're going to dip back down again. Put that in there. And then we're going to... Then we're going to overpower it. Because every time I overpower it, I get an extra 1 energy. Excuse me. I'll turn that into that, that into that. Put that in, get the duplicates. And then I can simply do something like swap that down, instantly overpower that. I can put that in for the power boost as well. And we'll break it on the next turn. And I'll get a bunch of ones too. Okay, and I'll be able to kill it no matter what. I just want to kind of like play around with my ability. Alright, let's finish it off then. That will double, but it won't transfer its power over, but that's fine. Then we put that in, and then we put that in, and just wait in. Bottle opener. First time an attack unit adds power, add 1 more power. Ooh. Attack units are not loaded. They have 2 strength. Ooh. That's interesting. The first time an attack unit adds power, add an extra power. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that does that. The empty magazine would be an interesting build at some point. But fully loaded, add 5 strength. And upgrade the lowest graded slot. This is the clusterer one. I'm gonna put clusterer back in. Modification. Upgrade. Yeah, we need some more upgrades. Let's grab it. Take 4 damage, upgrade a unit. Lose 4 star coins, upgrade a unit. Mech engineer. 90% chance to upgrade a unit. Sure. 90% chance. RNG, let's go. No, I landed on 1. Alright, I got fucked. Well, I really would like that, but... that hurts. Let's get treasure. We'll just lose 2 fuel for a treasure. Why not? Magnifying glass. When the central attack unit loads energy, add 2 strength. Okay. Well, that sucks on that. Really sucks on that upgrade. I should just went for the guaranteed one. Oh, that sucks. This one-eyed fierce man has become a legend in the Hyena gang. People only know him as his nickname, One Eye. However, he also has his own trouble playing his favorite simulation and construction game, Planet Crossing. It's not so convenient with just one eye. When disposable defense device in the same lane is destroyed, this unit adds 8 strength at the start of the turn. Failure in showdown. Only take 1 damage and then destroy self. Disposable defense. No, construction device. On load, equip disposable defense device to the front empty position. Okay, so just upgrade that for the funsies, and then we'll put that in, and we get the big power boost. So the only place for me getting a big power boost so if I swap this with here, that's exactly 12. So I won't boost that thing in power next turn. I'll only take 1 damage, turn that into a blue, and then power that up and smash to its front. Okay. Now its power drop back down again. That's going to be loading a core though. So this has, I don't know where this is getting the power from naturally, but whatever, I'm fine with that. The game says it does, so therefore I accept it. Return that into a blue. We can overcome that easy enough. That would equal out damage, and then we put that in to double it. Okay, now he's got one of those each lane. So now we're gonna have to dodge one of those and then hit something else silly hard. Please give me a big number, thank you. Okay, now I can move down. That 14 is gonna beat that, so we're gonna knock out one of those cores, but that's fine. We kind of do need to just overpower one of these stupid things already. Yeah, 1 damage is all we need. So we'll take the 2 damage. Knock out one of those disposable defenses. This is a very tough fight. Holy shit. Now we need to dodge incoming 16. Upgrade that to orange. Put that in. Get the duplicate power right away. And then we'll get the 2 ones. Unfortunately, that does not trigger a break, so he's got a lot of power and I have no fuel. And I've got 1 swap left in me. I don't know what I'm going to do in this one. Okay, I just need a 1. Taking 5 damage, but I did break it at least. So he can't generate his extra crap, which is very important.
And these are just getting much bigger. Fortunately, he's still gonna get an extra goddamn turn.
Ugh.
And I can't move again. Alright, we just need to win in one lane. But I can't generate a free power. However, I can't generate a free power, but I can generate an instant win. But even then, I'm taking so much damage. Oh no! I might have to restart this one. Fuck. Fuck. I can't, I don't have any of my moves left. I can't even use my fuel. Being 2 fuel short really hurt for this fight. Like, I put that in. And, like, I can only win with this. Like, this turn can only be for mitigating as much damage as I can take, and I'm still gonna take. I still lose. Yeah. I gotta start. I gotta do the whole thing over again. I can't. Fucking Christ. Ugh. So the only takes 1 damage and powers itself up is painful. I might need to use my card and buy some fuel. It might be the only way I can actually beat this fight. What if I go all in on turn 1, right? What if I just beat it in every lane on turn 1 and just say, fuck the 1 damage rule. I don't care. I just want to break it as much as possible. I don't care if it's going to incredibly make itself a lot of power. Let's use my other shifts and stuff instead. Because when disposal defense is destroyed in the same lane, is destroyed at 8. Yes, that's not activated, but that is activated. That's why that's getting 8. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'll go upgrade that to an orange. Put that in to give that 10 power right away. I'm now winning in the middle lane. These are going to get close, but not. Alright, I can't do that yet. I'll win in that one. D&D should be this weekend, right before Easter, yeah. There we go. I win the Beam's Trouble and I break it. Okay. Now that we've got the hit, he's completely knocked out, so I can do kind of anything I want. But I don't have a big enough number to get a free load. I don't think I should use a reset in hand. Let's just save our best stuff for... because we're gonna need it. Okay, we double that right away. That gets a 5 in it. This we can just put a 1 in and get that pretty powerful. We can match that. Let's just overcome it. Oh yeah, I can't. I would need to upgrade that one. Shit. Alright, we'll just match that one. Fine. That is gonna knock off my being able to stun it again. really quickly, but I can double that, which gets the free 5 in there. Okay, and now we're gonna finally use a fuel just to go up. Then I can take this and put it there. Yes, got it. That goes in, powers that up a lot. I can then swap that, and then I can put these power units in there. This is gonna hit it right in the core, and this is just one better. And that also breaks it for next turn, so now I don't even have to worry about it fighting back. It's just, I got it. There we go. Okay. Start with HP and fuel. Use a treasure. Well, Elaine would take less than 5. Oh, yeah, this is a pretty good one. If you would take 5 or less damage, it actually gets turned down to 1. Is a very great way of doing math calculus. At the start of battle, degrade the colors of all support unit slots. Ooh. I'm only using 1 support unit, so we'll take this, the damage one. Being able to absorb more damage is nice. On load, trigger the fully loaded and charge effect of adjacent units. I do have a fully loaded. When you load the last energy from hand, add 4 strength. Okay. I honestly kind of need that, because I'm almost always out of power. So having this would make it where I at least have like some extra power in a lane. But the drive bomb could actually do some fun stuff, so I want to get that together. Unknown energy resource fuel. Unknown. A well-dressed Trent finds you and introduces himself as a legendary salesman. He brings a series of superior units and promises you could try them out first before deciding whether you want them. If you aren't satisfied, you could refund them. You gaze at the batch of shining units he displays. Your mouth waters. Accept. Gain dissipated energy. Fully loaded. Load a white 1-point energy into all units. White empty slots. So if you fill every single one of these slots up on this thing, all your white slots instantly get filled, which I do have a bunch of things that slowly increase in power naturally. I just wouldn't want that one getting filled up, but that actually is pretty nice. When an attack unit adds power, add 2 I mean, this one's just going to keep building up. Oh my god. Square core. Fully loaded, add 4 power. It says on load, trigger the fully loaded and charge effects of adjacent units. Then destroy. Oh, that only works once. Okay. So, fully. I don't have enough energy to fully load this. I need to use the radiation receiver. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna pretty much get rid of the blue core then. And we're gonna put in the radiation receiver. The legendary salesman smiles with satisfaction and wishes you a pleasant trial, leaving his contact information before departing. And then I have a 3-day one. Repair, upgrade, upgrade. Buy him something cheap. Restore 10 HP, lose 2 coins. Upgrade a unit. Gain 2 max swap. Buy him something ordinary. Yeah, I have enough swap for now. Upgrade a unit. Alright, cool. This gives 3 slots, but doesn't really have that much. What does this do? Add 3 instead of 2? That starts off with 2. Adds an extra part. Yeah, we're putting the radiation receiver in there. Yes. Even more free power. Oh yeah, this guy. Spaceship designer. I never really got this to trigger though. Failure in the showdown, take double damage. You lose the shockwave showdown if the strength of the unit is in lane. Yeah. Can you feel the beauty of the triangle? Okay, so we're gonna do what we've been doing before. Turn that to an orange, put the orange in there, we double it, whoop, which puts a 7 in that. Oh yeah, all these just gaining power in the lane. Because power adds power to the lane, I guess. I don't know. I'm still not sure how this is just gaining damage. Oh, because it gains strength. Oh, okay. Since it gained 3, it has 3 power. Each power is giving it 3 strength. So that's how it powered. Okay. Okay. So that's why it just naturally powered itself up. So this is even way better than I thought it was. Oh my god. That's way better than I even thought it was. Yeah, I put 1 energy in and I'm already winning in every lane. Yeah, alright. Oh, that's gorgeous. Alright, we'll bump that up. Put that in. Instantly get some free nonsense. Then we're going to stick a 2 in. That just gets naturally stronger. Then we put that in, get it stronger. And then we put that in, and it's also stronger. And now he's knocked out a turn. Recycle them. Yeah, just trying to get a 5. Now we put that in. Now we got to look. Because every single time these things keep gaining power, it just boosts everything up. Perpetually. And we got him. Yeah, this is the radiation receiver is great. Dissipated energy. Fully loaded. Load a white 1-point energy into all units. White empty slots. On load. Add strength equal to twice the point to the attack unit behind. Okay, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That and this and the powerhouse circuit could be wild. You put something big in here, it gets forced into here, it gets doubled. No, that says on load though. On load adds strength. It's adding strength. So yeah, I want the dissipated energy. Because the fully loaded, I have some other things that work with fully loaded. If I wanted like somehow randomly swap my build to a fully loaded, I guess. Swap. Unknown unit. I want more swap. Fuck it. Gain a max swap. Radical modification. Gain 0 to 2 max swap. Completely change. Set max swap to 4 or 5. Nah. Gain 0 to 2 max swap. I've already failed once. Give me something good. Yay. I failed a 90% chance. So I better win a 2 out of 3. Oh yeah, the start of all turn. Add 2 power to all friendly and enemy. Oh, he's gonna kill himself with his ability. Oh man, I need more things that add power. Oh, this is so good. The radiation receiver is so good. Oh man. Alright, we're gonna turn that into an orange just for funsies, and then we're gonna make that duplicate itself so we can blast him as hard as we possibly can. I'm just gonna put that in. Now we're just gonna wait, he's what? I need to do 6 more points of damage and I just win? Alright, I just win. Choose a unit. When adjacent attack units load an orange energy, add 3 strength. At the start of the turn, degrade the highest graded slot of the unit in front. I'll take the orange energy source just in case, because I could always take the residual core, move it somewhere else, and then put the orange energy source in between powerhouse circuit and duplicate core. Event, legendary sales. I am purchasing this. It is very good. You're very satisfied with the trial experience and purchased the unit at full price. You can now use it permanently. Legendary salesman record sparkles even more due to your commitment. Unknown. Modification. Repair. Modification. I want to do 2 modifications. Visit the laboratory. Add a random positive modification in 1 unit. Visit the shop. Enter the shop. All units are positively modified. You arrive at a renowned Southeast Galaxy Unit Modification University, commonly referred to as SCUMU. The university constantly ranks at the top choice for unit modification programs in the universe. Many association modifiers guarantee here. And every year, numerous unit modifiers come here for certifications that can enhance their sales. So enter a shop where I can buy something, where I might get something that I'm looking for, or add a modification to 1 unit. A random positive modification. Let's do the shop. I have money. Fully loaded, on load, generate. When a unit with fully loaded effect loads energy at 2 strength. On load, generate a copy of the loaded energy. When generating 1 point energy, upgrade it to an orange. When all 3 lanes claim victory in a showdown, reduce the enemy durability by 1. Ooh. I mean, none of these mattered, unfortunately. Mod had a blue slot. Mod have 1 power times 2. Unload. Mod add orange slot. Have 1 power. I don't know, I'll just pick this. It doesn't matter. Kind of sucks. I'll take the armor-piercing missile, though. Alright, well, I should have upgraded something I had. Oh well. However, I get another chance. Modification. Add an orange slot to 1 unit. Degrade the highest graded color slot of a unit twice. Ooh. Ooh, I could turn this into not being orange anymore. And I could do it with other colors as well. Convert this event into 1 call for support use for later. There you go. Now I don't need oranges. I can use it if I have a blue 5 or higher. When the lane strength is greater than 21, make all attack units in that lane hibernate for a turn. Applicable to both sides. Can be loaded with energy by the enemy. Defenseless core. Can be loaded with energy by the enemy. When a lane strength... Oh, I can put strength into his units, and if I get it over 21, it turns his entire thing off. Okay. So I can't get my numbers too high. Or I bust. But I can make them bust. Ooh, what is this? Warping coordinate. At the start of battle, 3 random units gain warping coordinates. At the end of the battle, if there are any remaining warping coordinates left, you can enter the shop. If involved in a swap, removing all... Okay. It's so if I don't swap these 3 things, I can gain a bonus. Okay, so I can fuck with his numbers too. Like, he has an 18 here. So I can put in like this 5 and just turn him off. So, well, first I'm upgrading that to a 7, putting that in just so we overpower it right off the bat. Oh, I don't even have to upgrade that to orange anymore. I forgot about that. I don't have to do that. Okay, I got very close. I have exactly 21. I didn't turn myself off. And I just overcome him. And because I won in all 3 lanes, I do an extra knock damage on him too. Oh, okay, well... Oh, he actually put everything in there. Alright, so that's in a legit 21. Okay, I see what you're doing. However... I can just put that in. Overcome you there. Okay, I can do this. I put that there, then I upgrade that to a blue and put that there, which means I take 5 damage, which means my treasure reduces that to 1 damage. And then I put this in here, and that will also reduce it to 1 damage. And I'll paralyze him next turn because I'm winning in 1 lane. So because of that this very beautiful legendary treasure of taking 5 or less damage and turning it into 1 damage, I can literally just make calculus where, yeah, you can beat me. I don't need to put 5 whole points in. Just to, like, oh yeah, you can do 5 damage to me. Sucker, it's 1 damage, fool. Nah, I didn't get the big one. No. That in there for free damage. And we'll just boost you, and we'll boost you, and we'll boost you, and we'll kill you. Five coins, a fuel. Choose a treasure. When a unit is destroyed in battle, generate an energy. At the start of battle, generate an energy. If I was using destroy, this would be pretty neat, but you definitely need to have like a treasure like this show up before you start really using destroy, but we'll just take that. Ship weight limit 1. Shop event. Cosmic shop, where you can use star coins to buy various units. Let's go. Oh, I'm so short on orange double dagger. When loading orange energy, load a copy of the loaded energy. That's pretty sick. When swapped with an attack unit, Clear all energy from the swapped unit and reload it into this unit. When swapped and attacking, clear all energy from the swapped unit and reload it into this. Another duplicate core. That's actually pretty sick, though. Having another duplicate core for free power. Charge. Generate a white 2-point energy, a blue 2-point, and an orange 2-point. Ooh. When fuel reaches 0 in the battle, generate an orange 9-point energy. Each battle, when loading the first energy from hand, generate a copy. When an enemy's durability reaches 0. I mean, that's really good, too. I wish I had enough for both of these. So do I get another duplicate core for just free extra damage? I think I kind of might. I wish I could get duplicates of supercharging core or clusterer. Like, if I actually could have gotten more copies of cluster, this would have been insane. Because they just get each power. Each one gives, like, the first turn, I could be just loaded with power. So I could also get, I also get a 7 energy at the start of each fight. So I could literally just get a free 7, an extra 7 power right away. Or I could just take the duplicate. I'll take the duplicate. I have a new slot. We'll put that in there. There we go. So now I still have to upgrade it to orange before I put it in, but that's fine by me. I'm kind of doing that anyway. Treasure. Ahead the crowd is packed when you look forward. Oh, card game, yeah. Small assistant. And a Rubik's Cube. Smart assistant. Power is triggered without the need of lowering energy. I mean, that. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that's insane, yes. At the end of the showdown, while you have greater than 4 energy in hand, add 1 point to all energy in hand. Ooh. Embers. When an attack unit loads the last energy from hand, add 5 strength. At the start of the turn, when an attack unit is adjacent to an empty position, add 2 strength. No, we're taking the Rubik's Cube and the Smart Assistant. Power is triggered without the need of loading energy. Yes. Oh my god, yes. All of these things that have free power now just do damage naturally. Oh, yeah, I don't even have to do anything to it. And I'll grab a modification. Add a blue slot to 1 common unit. Gain a random common unit and add a white slot. Add a blue slot to a common unit? I mean, no, that's, yes, legendary. I should have figured that was legendary, but... I mean, a supercharging core. Alright, here we go. I think this is the final boss. The Cicada Wing. The universe's most renowned rogue who roams around plundering the warehouses of the Lone Star Card Association to aid those who have gone bankrupt due to Lone Star card gambling. When the sum of energy points loaded by the enemy is greater than 50, lock all energy in the enemy's hand for this turn and reset next turn. Okay. Cooldown. Every 2 turns adds 10 strength. Cooldown every 3 turns add 30 strength. Okay, so their turn 1 is going to be wild. But honestly, my turn 1 is going to be pretty wild too. Okay, actually, that is not that they didn't really start off that hard. Locked energy at 50. That's fine. So I'm going to turn that into a 7, and then I'm going to put that in there. And there's instantly fill up all of those slots. Then I actually can do that again with this orange one. It's gonna fill up the other 2 slots. Yeah, all right. We're gonna put that in. Get a huge amount of power. All right, I'm almost locked, but it doesn't really matter. I'm hitting this thing ridiculously hard. Let's keep all the rest in my hand. That's a lot of damage. Okay. It's now gaining its boosts. So I need to turn that into a 5, that into an orange 5. Oh, it resets each turn. Oh. Alright, hold up. I didn't know that's how it meant when it works that way. Okay, here we go. I got this then. Okay, I understand how it works now. So we'll turn that into an orange. We'll put that in and we'll duplicate it all. Then we'll take this one and we'll stick it in here. And that duplicates it all. Now, we actually want to breach this number now. So we don't breach it next turn. Although I might not be able to. Yeah, I would need 6 more points. I'd have to put every last bit of energy I have, which I can't do. No, I can do. So, okay. So if that's the way it works, then I guess I'll have to do it like this then. I take this orange 5, stick it in here. It gives me 5 in everything. That's 15 energy. I have more for next turn. I'm winning everything. I just hit the button. Okay. So now the plan is I put 8 in. Put that in. That almost fills me completely up. I'm only losing in 1 lane, which means all I have to do is put this in here. That will lock me, but that's fine. It resets, and I still win in every lane. And now it's my turn again, and I'm not locked anymore. Perfect. And now my opponent can't even do anything, so now I hit them as hard as I possibly can and crush their spirit. And maybe even just flat out kill them as well. Not yet. You go, blast them. And now we be conservative again. We put 5 in. That will lock us instantly out, but we only win in 1 lane. So the best way of doing this then is to be very, 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 very small. So we take our 1 and we stick it here. And we take a 2 and we stick it there. And then we take a 3 and we stick it here. And then we do the giant 5 turn. We would still lose in a lot of lanes. So what we do then is we move up 1. Can't do that, Star Fox. Okay. So let me stick a 5 in there first, and then we stick this. There we go. Okay, it's got 4 HP left, but we're fully open up. We can put anything we want in all of our slots. We'll jam a big old 5 in there, power that up the hell. Jam a big old 5 in that, power it up the hell. Jam a big old, upgrade that to that, and jam it in there, and we got him. Yes! Oh, that's right, we killed him because we had energy in hand, and we do damage based on our energy left in hand. I literally could have ended the turn and he would have lost without me doing anything. Okay, that's funny. New unlocks. Dismantler Dumby. Dumby is a simple and kind bearfolk with talent for disassembly, but not so skilled at putting things back together. At the start of the turn, reduce the enemy's durability by 1 point. Damn, okay. Megapton. Unlike other pilots who rely on the association for ship support, Kunga has his own ship, and it's quite large. Inerrant talent. Replace your ship with the mega ship, which has more space. Okay, I kind of want to see the mega ship. Alright, we'll do the Spectra, but reroll, reroll, reroll. There's him. Alright, we're gonna check out the mega ship. Replace your ship with the mega ship, which is more space. And gain 1 random unit of 0 weight. Interesting. And gain another supply. Oh, but you still start off with the baseline units from the ship you chose. Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll play around with that. Oh, because I've only played with this character. It's on okay. That's what's going on. If I play, if I do a mission with the same character, the difficulty seed goes up. Or is it the same ship? The difficulty goes up. But because I've only did those other ones on the ship for the first time, that's why difficulty is. So if I do, no, go back. Yeah. Okay. So I've only won 1 match with the Spectre. So if I keep going back to the Shielder, the difficulty will keep rising. Okay. That's why the difficulty hasn't been like spiking up each fight yet. I just gotta use the ship more. Alright, so what is this? At the start of battle, add a white paint and a blue paint for this battle. Alright, well, it's a simple 0 weight. And this ship does, in fact, have a lot of space. Oh, baby. Cool. Okay. Countdown, 6 strength. Countdown, 11 strength. All right. When loading 2 energy of the same color, add 2 strength. On load, generate an energy of the same color. Alright, so here's my question. I didn't test this out before. If I take this 1 and I color it in blue and I stick it in here, I do get a random energy of both colors. Okay. Alright, we're gonna stick that in there. They both show gray, so they're gonna blast with that, and I'll just start there. His auto ship now has some power to it. So what I'm going to do, these are just regular whatevers. You might as well use a fuel. I'll put 2 blues in, which means we'll win by 1. And then we just hit them down here. Now his middle one is going to get larger power, but that's fine. I'll take the 5. I'll color it in blue. Yes. I'll lose that by 1, but that doesn't matter because I'm doing 5 damage on the side, which is a kill. Just reducing how much damage I take. Use. 2 uses of use. Load an orange 1-point energy into adjacent units. and small chimes. Sum of 1, 2, and 3 adds a power. So if I put points that are 1, 2, and 3 into it, it gains a power. So if I put small power into it, it gets bigger. However, I can activate this to just put 1 point orange energy into adjacent units. I'm going to take that one for now. And we're going to put that here, and we're just going to do this. So twice per fight, I can just put things in. Although this putting in 1 point into these isn't the best, because I kind of want them for everything else. This getting an orange into it, even if it's only one. This, I mean, if it gets into this, it generates me energy of the same color. So I can get free energy just for doing that. So maybe I don't have it touch that. Maybe I just have it touch this for now. And we're getting some star coins. Lose 6 to gain a max fuel. Nah, we're just getting coins. Unload, restore durability to 3 points. Oh, okay. So this guy will never run out of durability. Bernard's spaceship is an antique left by his grandfather, but regular maintenance has actually kept the ship in good condition. Ooh, colorful paint. Using paint will mix all colors into energy. Gravity wave sweeps across your ship. Your paint all mixes up. Okay. So let me hit this. That puts a 1 in, which generates me free energy. And then I put that in. Oh, I can only use it once per turn, I guess. Once per turn, but I have 2 uses. Okay. I then take like this little blue, put it in there, and that generates me. It only generated me 1. That's fine. Not everything has to be a freebie. So I could take 2 damage here, and then we just overpower it there, and we overpower it 1 there as well. Activate that again. We get another free energy. It's a really good amount of energy. I like that. Put that in there. Yeah, RNG gambled. We got a high number. Might as well use a fuel. We get back 1 every turn anyway, so there's no reason not to. Oh wait, no, we need to put a blue in there. So I can mix paints, but I'll just do this. And then I can't activate that anymore, but that's fine. I'm gonna paint that. There we go. That powers that up, and then we just match it with 3s, and we win with damage in the middle. When adjacent units generate energy, mix white into it. On load, add a blue slot to this unit. So, what you're saying is the expansion core, you put a point into it, and it gets an extra slot. So this is for something where if you had like a lot of points, you just keep putting points into it. If they were blue or better, and you just keep getting them. So you like, if something just said by how many points you have in. Anyway, when adjacent units generate energy, mix white into it. Sure. I'll do this then. I'll put that there, that here, and get this. And that goes here. So now when I put this into it, it will generate an extra color. And anything I put here will automatically have white in it. So I can put a blue in, and it will already have white. So I don't have to worry about matching it with another white. That sounds pretty neat. Upgrade. Listen to it. Upgrade white pigment. When adjacent units generate energy, mix white into it. When adjacent unit generates energy, mix white. Wait, what? When any unit generates energy. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. When anything I put in automatically will have white in the color. I like that. Nah, I don't even need to have that directional. I can just have it around. Very nice. I can just kind of put both these up front for now. Modification. Lose 3 star coins. Modify one attack unit to have 1 power. Degrade the highest graded slot of a supporter unit. I mean, I could degrade the reroll device, but I already have something that pumps something for free into it. Modify an attack to have 1 power. Sure. I'll just do the flush core since the main special core usually stays in there. After completing the modification, the young mech happily says, experience +3, before moving on to seek out another bounty hunters. Though you can't quite grasp his intentions, you are shocked by his actions. Okay. We are going to generate a free energy, which rolled high. We're going to put that in as well, and roll the same number. Oh well. But at least we have some other colors mixed in as well. But anything we lose is going to have white in it no matter what we do, so that's very nice. So putting that in there and that in there just to overpower the middle one. Can't really overpower anything else. We don't have any, we don't have any real attack cores that do gimmicks. So instead of taking a bunch of damage, I'll just slap that in there and take less damage. However, I did paralyze it. So I can go all out. Even though I don't really have that much to go all out with. Ooh, rolled high. Nice. I didn't get white put into it. What? When any unit generates energy. Oh, generates energy. Yeah. Generates. Yeah, might as well just hit it as hard as possible, right? Right. Kind of, I guess. And then we'll generate it again. But if we put, let's say, that in, boop, we'll get one back out. Got a white mixed into it. I already has a white mixed in it. Maybe get a bigger number. We did, in fact, get a bigger number. Very nice. I think the answer is just to use another fuel. We're going to match that. And then we're going to stick... No, paralyze it again. And then we can maybe get that one bigger. Maybe get that one bigger. Nope, same. Alright, we just need to color that with a blue. Put it in there for the big power boost. That's 12 damage, not enough, but we put the other 3s in and it is. Attack units have 1 strength for each empty slot. At the start of battle, restore 2 HP. Considering how much damage I'm taking, I might need the pre-battle repair kit, because that's 2 every fight from now on. And I don't even have that many attack units to gain power yet. That could actually become really strong later on, especially since I have more slots on my ship. Especially if there's a lot that have a bunch of empty slots for free. You know what? This is a gamble for the future. We're taking that for the future. Alright, now speaking of which, like I just said, I don't have that that many much. No, I don't have much units, so buy him something cheap, lose 2-star coins, restore 10 HP, lose 4-star coins, upgrade 1 unit, buy him something ordinary. Buy him something ordinary. 3 uses on that. At a start of battle, add a white. Start of battle, add a white and a blue. That adds it to an orange. That's already upgraded. Sure. Was kind of hoping for more new units. Treasure or treasure? Alright, treasure it is. Gain a common treasure. 6% chance to gain a rare treasure. Rare treasure it is. Gamble. Nope. Alright, the boss. Failure in the showdown. Only take 1 damage and nullify this effect for a turn. Okay. So, I need to beat him in a showdown. He only takes 1 damage, so don't go too all out in the beginning. And he has one in each lane. Okay. However, I start off with a little bit of baseline power, which is nice. Okay. How do I want to start? I just need to beat him by 1 in each lane. So... there's no real, like, best way of doing that. I can put a 4 there and equal it out. A 4 there will equal it out as well. So I don't really have a big enough number. I can attempt to take this 1 and try to turn it into a yay. Alright. So I can go to 5 there to beat that by 1. A 5 there to beat that by 1. I take this 3 and I color it in... no, I take this 4 and color it in white. Okay, I've nullified his effect. So now I need to try to hit him as hard as possible now. Or I can also break him, and if I break him, these should not come back because the ship doesn't do anything. We'll get another free energy. See if we can turn that 1 into something better. 2. You know, it's better. It's better. Alright, it counts. It counts, it's there. Okay, I only need to hit him twice, so if I move my ship, I'll probably be for the best. But I don't like his biggest numbers in the middle. So I would need to match that. So I can turn that to orange, put that in there, and that in there. That's 1 better. But I really can't beat him anywhere else, and I would need to break him 2 times. So I would just be dodging damage more than anything else. Oh, this sucks. Reduce some of the damage I take by a little bit, maybe. Let's see if that matters. Alright, I just need to hit him once more and he's out. Oh, he moved. Alright, that's fine. So I generate another free energy, which is what I needed. I put that in there. Wait, why am I equaling him if I put 1 in? If I put a 5 in there, what? Oh, because it's getting a strength because there's nothing in there. That's where those numbers are coming from. So those are real fake numbers. Alright, we'll match him there then. Actually, no. We're going to use our fuel. Yeah. We're going to beat him by 1 there. feed him there for the 1 damage. And then take as little damage as possible. Or I could have generated a bigger number. It wasn't a 5. I mean, I guess I could take the 4 damage. It doesn't really mean anything. I'm going to knock him out and take out 2 things. So, sure. I'll take the damage. I think I can kill him next turn. Actually, no, I can't kill him next turn. I need to do a lot of damage. But he's paralyzed. So, what I can do is I can take the 1 and try to get it bigger. I did, in fact, get it bigger. So, we put these 2 in here. Hit that for as hard as possible. This is going to do 1 without me putting a point of energy, which will knock that out for next turn. And then we hit him with a 4 in this one. Okay. He's now coming for me again. I'm out of fuel, so I'm going to have to defend as much as I possibly can. Try to get that to a bigger number. I did get it to a bigger number. Good, good, good. I'm going to need that. Cover that 3 in a blue. So we can overcome that. Make that so I'm only taking 3 damage. I might have to reset this. I don't think I can take this out. Since I don't have any other attack units, I have no like power. So I can't really fight him. That's the annoying part. I don't have anything with like a good power on it. No, that could be it too. Like these units only give me nothing. Oh, that sucks. I didn't get any attack cores at all this entire run. All right. I have 3 HP. I got no fuel. All right, I'm definitely gonna have to reset this match because I don't have the numbers. Yeah, I literally cannot compete with anything he's doing. All right, we're gonna try again and see if I can maybe do this better. Shopping. Refill fuel or spaceship repair. I'm gonna use one of my shopping. We're gonna consume the card to go shopping. Let's see if I can find something that will help me out. When attack units other than auto core load a blue energy, this unit loads 3 blue. Okay. Yes. When generating white energy in your turn, add 3 strength. Oh. On load, generate a copy of the energy. On load, generate a copy of the energy with its color mixed with blue. Oh, yeah, okay. I kind of... I want white banner. When generating white energy on your turn, add 3 strength. Even though auto core is also really powerful too. I want to play around with white banner. Because this is just going to get stronger when I generate white mana. And this is going to... energy. And this is just going to generate white energy. Ooh, yeah, okay. Do I put that here? Just so it gets something inside of it? And I never have to actually put a point in? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay. Using that emergency buy, I think, is going to get me through. Yeah, because I put 1 point in that, so I get 1 damage, and the strength is instantly increased by 3, so that's instantly 4 power right there. So I can win in this lane without actually having to put anything into the general one, because it gets a free 1 for having an empty slot. Then I can take the 1, and I can put it in again, just to get a free reroll. And I did get a bigger number, which is good. So... I need That will overcome it. And then I just need a 4 to match it. No, I want a 5 to beat it by 1. Yeah. There we go. It's now open in every lane. I generate the thing, instantly giving me a bunch of power in that one, which is really nice. I can throw that in to re-roll it to get it bigger, which now overpowers that without me having to do anything. And I'm not going to be able to beat it in this lane, but that's fine. I'll just take 1 damage instead. And I'll combine these two together to overpower it, which will break it for next turn. And because it's paralyzed, it shouldn't generate its... it does generate its walls. Oh, that's gross. So many other things just don't do anything if you break it like that. Alright, so I don't even need to push a button. I just let the turn roll out and deal the damage, since I can't deal more than 1 anyway. But now it doesn't have that limitation next turn. And now I have full energy sitting in my hand. So let me take this 5 and color it with the blue. I want to stick both them in there. Then we'll generate the free one, which gives me the extra power. Then I can re-roll that one. This gives me more power, so I overpower that one. We're equal footings on this one. I think this might be a time to use a fuel. No. No, I'd still get. No, I wouldn't. I'd get even less. Never mind. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Just try to take as less damage, as least damage as possible. Okay. Well, that goes in there. Get that free power. That goes there. Get free power. Maybe get the number bigger as well. Well, equal on here. I would need to put something bigger than 1 in to overpower it. So if I put a 2 into this, we're 1 over. We're good. This continuing to have 6 power every goddamn turn is very fucking frustrating. Because I literally cannot compete with it, and I have to put in like a number to not get smashed. But I want to win that one, since I'm never winning this one. Just trying to take as less damage as I possibly can. Alright, we'll paralyze it next turn. Unfortunately, it's going to take only 1 damage next turn. God damn it. Oh, this thing sucks. This freaking boss is such bullshit. Oh, man. Okay, well, I don't have to do anything again, and I can just get the free 1 damage to it. So, whatever. This boss sucks so much. If I had any power to fight off with it from the beginning, I could like, all right, maybe generate something, but like I'm taking damage down here no matter what I do. And that's very frustrating. I can't even win this one. Oh, this is awful. This boss is fucking bullshit. I don't have anywhere near the power to even play around with its mechanic. Ugh. Like, fuck. And every time I break it, it gets its shields back. Okay. Next damage I do to it will paralyze it. I just need to be able to break its shells. Oh, yellow orange. Okay. Okay. So if I can take the damage on the bottom, I can take the damage on the bottom. If I can breach that 11, and it's only a 5 in the middle, right? So I put that there and that there. And then I put that there and that there. Perfect. I move up. I'm going to take 6 damage. I'm going to take 6 damage and be alive with 1 HP. However, 2 of the enemy's barriers will be down and paralyzed. So I just need to be able to kill it. I think I have this. Because I'm at 1 HP. These 2 barriers I just knocked out. It's paralyzed. I can't do anything. And my 2 strongest attack units are up here. So we just do the mixing, which gives me free power. So I'm doing all this damage. This is just going to be 1, so that doesn't matter. And then all I do is just stick my points in. And I win. Got him, you fucker. There we go. Yeah, I needed to buy the white banner. Otherwise, I never would have been able to beat that boss. It just... I haven't gotten any good cores. I needed to have bought an attack core. Good. Glad I got it. All right, fully healed. We're back on track. A max fuel. When fuel reaches 0 in the battle, generate an orange point energy. I'll get a max fuel instead. The Omega Core. When adding strength, add 2 more. Oh. At the start of the turn, lose 1 power and add 3 strength. Well, nothing I have has power. However, when you add strength, add 2 more? Well. You don't say. And that's an attack core. So I can just kind of replace the basic core with that then. In fact, I can even keep the basic core there too. Paint. Get more paints or an unknown. Or energy resource and a treasure? Energy resource. Pay to reveal the points of energy source you took before the operation. Alright, there is an energy resource sage, the master of unique modifications. He takes a 3-point energy resource from your resource warehouse and modify them. What's even more challenging is that he refuses to tell you what he took, unless you pay a little extra. Pay. Pay to reveal the points of energy resource you took before operation. Remove. Choose one removal operation on energy resource you took. Copy. Choose one copy operation on energy resource you took. Copy, sure. I don't know what he has, but copy it. The energy resource sage displays your energy resource points from the smallest to the largest on his face. He asks, which copy operation would you like to have? Plan A, copy the lowest and the highest energy resources among them. Plan B, lose 8 star coins, copy the highest energy resource among them. Plan C, copy the middle energy resource, copy the middle. Energy resource stage copies the 2-point energy resource and tells you that the smallest one is a 1 and the largest was a 5. Now look for a treasure. Small bid, 20% chance to lose 4 star coins and gain an error. Some can trigger with the error of +1, -1 point on the sum threshold. That's actually pretty cool. Wait for auction. Wait for the next white bludgeon. When loading the first, second, third white energy during a turn, add 3 strength /2. Oh god. I don't have enough coins to try a 50-50, but I'll wait for the next one and I'll try the... It doesn't... Fuck. That would have been a really powerful one to have. After achieving 5 draws from the showdown, surrender at the start of the next... After achieving 5 draws, surrender at the next turn. Is that me or my opponent? My opponent's surrendering, right? So if I do exact draws... Okay. I can make... Yeah, he's got 99 break and 99 HP. Okay. Well, I'm kind of already doing that in the bottom one, which is funny. Now I'm doing that in the top as well. I mean, I don't even have to do anything else, right? I just put that in there and then the 2, and they don't match colors, so they should be doing exactly the same damage. What do you mean they're doing 1? Alright, well, I'll put 1 in. I mean, that's doing 2. What? Oh, it has power 1 on it. That's what... Oh, wait, no, I don't even have to put anything in. They're just equal. Yeah, yeah. Alright, we're good. No, I'm already more powerful than you in that slot. How dare you do that to me? If I put a 3 in, that's a 4. So I'll put the 2 in. That balances that out. And a 5 that balances out. Perfect. And you surrender. A player who knows is worthy of my respect. Let's call it a day. At the start of the turn, add 3 power. On load, lose 2 power. Oh. That's adding strength. When having strength, add 2 more. When adjacent attack units load blue energy, add 2 strength. So this would gain 3 power, but anytime you put 1 in, it loses it. So you would have to have this somehow gain free? This counts as loading, right? Yeah, load. When adjacent attack units load a blue energy, add 2 strength to this. Sure, I'll take that one. We'll remove that. Move that back here, move that here. If I put a blue energy into either of these two, this will gain some strength. And I need money. Advanced race. Take some damage, get a bunch of coins. I need that. Alright, we're going to generate our free points. We're going to also re-roll that one so we can get some more free power there. The side powers just don't matter. We just need to get this middle one to count. Which? 2 blues? Here we go. I basically don't have to do anything on the sides, and I just kind of win and get the free damage. So as long as I defend my middle as much as possible. Just trying to roll for a 5, the biggest number we can get. I don't like taking this much damage, and we're not even close to the boss. Oh, I don't like this at all. But I do have that card for free repair, so fuck it. Enemy's broken, I can fire when ready, Grizzly. It's doing the big number up the middle again. So I'm not going to use a fuel on this one. To get that buff tie, I'll put a 5 in that. 4 in that to take. God, we take so much fucking damage. I would need to move around my ship. Like, if I wanted to do this better, I would. Yeah. Let's not tempt the gods. We're just gonna do this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we can fight this one particular encounter better. Oy. There we go. There we go. We're taking much less damage right off the bat. And we'll still break it next turn. Let's take less damage. Okay, so sides don't matter. It's just the middle one that matters. There we go. And then we add 4 and a 5 in. And that equals out our power there. But we'll turn that 5 into an orange so we can put it in the middle. And we're already waiting on the sides naturally, and we kill him. There we are. Much better. Yeah, I had to put the blue crystal in the middle. That's the better spot for it anyway. When units other than Recycle Core fail to load energy, not from hand, this unit loads a copy. When adjacent units generate energy in your turn, add 1 point to the leftmost energy in hand. Sure. I need more space. Not space on the ship, but I need more weight. Modification. Degrade the highest graded slot of one common unit 3 times. Degrade the highest graded slot of a rare item 2 times. Degrade the highest slot graded for a legendary item 1 time. So basically, I could make this where I don't need an orange. I can just put anything I want in if I don't put an orange in. Or I can make this where it's 2 whites. I don't... But that 3 times doesn't matter for that. So we'll just turn this into a blue. No. Remove a common unit, gain 2 white paint. Remove a rare unit, gain 2 blue paint. I only have real basic ones. Remove a legendary unit, gain 2 orange paint. Get 2 white paints. When the enemy moves, add a power. Oh yeah, another thing where the enemy ship moves. Emergency event, Rich Spectator. Win before the start of the 3rd turn. For a bonus. Alright, well, we're generating our free energy. Whoop! Wow, it was free. Then we're taking this 2 and we're upgrading it. Giving us more free power. Alright, we gotta try to hit this thing as hard as possible, right? Right. So, what we're really going to do is we're gonna turn that into a blue and that into a orange. So we're going to put that in, that gives the power to that. That in, doubles that. That in, which puts its power into that as well. Giving us a lot of strength. And then we'll keep these 2 around for funsies. No, I kind of got to hit it really as hard as possible. Fuck. But I might not have enough to beat it in the time limit. But that's fine. I do need the star coins, but... It's not a... I'm winning on the side without even having to do anything. So I will paralyze it next turn. Unfortunately, that won't be before the start of... But, oh well. No coins for me. This build is not that strong at all. I don't have anything that's breaking me yet. Well, I really didn't get much of anything, huh? There's a kill. So I killed him on the 3rd turn, not before the start of the 3rd turn, so no free coins. Oh. At the start of the 4th turn, add 4 strength to all attack units. When attack unit is loaded with 9-point energy, add a power. That's never happening. Turn 4 is going to happen before anything else. Alright, when adjacent units generate energy on your turn, add 1 point to the leftmost energy in hand. So basically, this is the only one that's going to generate an energy. Because this loads, this generates. Unit. Yeah, I need a units. Light and agile. Gain a unit with a weight less than 1. They balanced weight. Gain an upgraded unit. Weight equaling 1. Gain a unit where the weight is greater than 1. Let's get a less than 1. Let's see. Expansion core. On load, add a blue slot to this unit. Let's give this setup a shot. And I can do modifications, treasures, unknowns, modification. Add a blue slot to one common unit. Gain a random common unit and add a white slot. Blue slot to a common unit? Yes, adding a blue slot to the thing that generates me more. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now I can re-roll things 3 times. Just before a boss. Perfect. Refill or repair spaceship. We're probably gonna we might have to repair depending on how this boss goes, but we'll save it in case I fail a couple times. I don't want to use it. Cabby is one of the leaders of the space racing group. He chose to become a space pirate. On one hand, it's to earn star coins for modifying a spaceship. On the other hand, it's to engage in space racing with the space police anytime, anywhere. After 2 turns, switch conversion core to accumulation state. Conversion core. Active under attack state. Hibernate under accumulation state. Add 1 power while hibernating. All right, well, let's see. Okay. So I generate my energy. That loaded 1 into this. And because I loaded something into that, it instantly gains another slot. And I increase the value. Adjacent units, when they generate an energy on your turn, add 1 point to the leftmost energy. Okay. I'm then going to re-roll this 1 to get some more, and re-roll this 2, generate some more, which it keeps increasing the value of my leftmost dice, and it keeps naturally boosting this thing's power. So then all I have to do is take this, put it in here. That would load it into the middle as well. And then I take this 3, which was a blue, so it loads it in the middle as well. So now I'm overpowering it, and then that, and it gets the double power. So now I'm doing that, and then I'll just overpower in this lane as well. Strong opening start. And there's no way for me to move stuff around in my hand. No, okay. Oh. Generate free stuff. Reroll that, reroll that. Generating my extra free power. I'm alright. I'm already winning in the middle. Excellent. Excellent. A blue goes into the, I might not win that one over there. I scoot down one. I could. Do I want to scoot down one? Do I want to go up one instead? Yeah, I want to scoot up one. Not enough, eh? That will beat it by one. And then this. No. We're going to make sure we win that one. And we're already winning this one. So we're going to break it next turn. Okay. Now he's out. We generate all of our extra free power right now. And then... And next turn will be the fourth turn. So we add 4 strength to all our stuff. So once he's awake, we'll have all the power we need to fight back against him again as well. We're gonna reroll that. Reroll that. Generating us even more free power, which is very nice. We're then going to take this, turning it blue, so we can add 3 power into that middle one. Now we just use a couple 3s. Okay. Now we have our big 4th turn of everything getting a huge amount of raw power from doing basically nothing. And then we'll move down one and we'll start doing the generation. I'm going to turn that, no, port orange. Generate that to get a new one, generate that to get a new one, that to get a new one. Okay, now we're flooded with power already and I'm not even doing anything. So the question is, do I use this turn to hit him as hard as I possibly can? Or do I wait, do I save this to fight him off next turn? And then when he's broken, hit him again and just wait a couple turns before I go out. You know what? Let's wait a couple turns before I go all out. Unless I stick this 2 here. Yeah, that gives me an insane power boost when we're doing that. Actually, no, it only gives me 2 more. Never mind. Because this gets power or strength. So I don't need to put anything inside of it. Oh well. Okay, now I just need to beat it on the crack. On the shots. So we're doing the same thing as we always do. The 2 gets re-rolled. We're gonna color that 1 as a blue as well. Get that re-rolled. Then we'll take our lowest white and get it re-rolled. Oh yes, it even rolled higher. Excellent. Okay. So now we take our a blue and a white, and then our white, and that just overpowers everything. Then we put that in there. So we're dead on in the middle. And I'll put 4 in there, and a 4 in there. And then I can just put a 3 here, and now we win. The trade-off, and next turn I can do full damage to him. Next turn I can just go ape shit. those in. Run off from killing him right now, so now I just don't have to care. But for fun, I'll load it all up. At the start of battle, add 1 power to all attack units. When the sum is triggered, add a strength. Well, I don't have anything with sum, so adding 1 power is fine. When attack units of the same column load white energy from hand. Why did you have to put that there? Add strength equal to the loaded point. Okay, that's not terrible. I wish it wasn't column. I wish it was row. Use. Jam adjacent attack units and add 6 strength to them. So in other words, you give it 6 power, but you can't put anything inside of it. It's fine. Little white energy from hand. Yeah, this being in a column sucks. This saying column sucks. If this was a row, I would be so good off right now. But it's not a row, it's a column. Ugh. Yeah, that's just fucking sucks. It could really work. And in this one, I can use it to jam it, but add strength. I don't really, I don't have an order where I want things to jam. I'll just take the legendary one just in case there's a trading event and I can trade it away. Unknown modifications, units. Let's go for a unit. Choose 1 out of 3 common units or gain an increment device. On load, generate an energy of 2 more points. Yes. I'm going to remove the basic core and put this here. So, okay. I now can use this to generate a free orange, 1 orange point that goes into the increment device. That will then generate me a 3. And that also, since it's next to the D20, will also give an extra 1 power to my leftmost thing. And I can do, so 3 free turns, I'll keep generating even stronger energy than the 1. So I'll keep generating free 3 energies. I like that. That's a good use of the weight. And then we're going to modify something. Or an unknown. Unknown. This is your first visit to the resource modification base. Since in the last era, the Undeptus Mechanicum has discovered this resource, which has rapidly become the primary energy source for all spaceships due to high quality density and ease of use. The only problem is that the resources have some uncontrollable attributes, their colors and points, but only be determined by observing them before using them. Resource modification can, however, limit the range of variation quite well. Okay, I think that's kind of neat. You use like quantum physics, like, hey, you don't know it until you observe it. Well, bitch, guess what? I observe it. Let me look away. I observe it again. Oh, not the one I want. Look away. Observed it. All right, perfect. Now I've observed it. Use it. Remove the lowest point energy resource. Increase essences. Copy the highest point energy resource. Remove inferior resources. Remove 1 lowest graded color. Increase superior resources. Copy 1 highest graded color energy resource. I want them all. Lose 30 coins. Gain the effect of all above. No, So it would be what? Remove a lowest. Copy a highest. But no, I want low point. I need low points because I can turn them into bigger points. And I don't feel bad doing that. So we're not doing that. We're gonna copy the highest point energy. No, we're gonna copy the highest color because colors matter. Two-star hunter. All right, one group to go. And I'll probably end after this run. And be back again later for Mega Man. Alright, so we're going to generate our free thing, and that's going to put in a whole bunch of points. Generate us extra shit. Yeah, so we got our 3. We rolled for 4. That's beautiful. We're going to put a 1 in, and we roll that to get free power as well. Mix blue into that. Just gonna mix blue into that. Put that there, that there. It's keeping us 1 off, but we can easily overcome that. We're gonna put a 3 in here. And then we're just gonna put the 3 here and overcome it in each lane. Okay, now we generate our free stuff, increasing everything's value. And I guess I could just keep using this, right? The increment device is just free power, huh? Put that in, generate one bigger. Or 2 bigger. Generate another one that's 2 bigger. There's really no downside in doing that. Like, that's just really good. And then I can take that and generate another one. And that 3 and generate another one. That's just giving us oodles of power. Down the middle lane just for existing. Then we mix the 8 and the 5 and overpower that lane. And then I just need to stick anything in this one. Now he's broken. And now I can go fill that, get all my free power boosts. Reroll that one, reroll that one, make that 2 higher, make that 2 higher. Now I've got a whole 9 sitting here as well. We're just gonna put that in, and we pretty much have the kill right there, yeah. Alright, this build has gotten stabilized after that very rocky first the first wave. Some 5, load 2 orange, 2 orange, blue, load 2 tricolor 3-point energy into the unit behind. This one keeps getting slots too. I could technically do that, but use add 3 strength, tricolor, sum of what the fuck is this? Multifunctional rudder. I can use it to add 3 strength. If I tricolor it with a sum of 6, it triggers its use effect. Okay, so if you tricolor it with a sum of 6, that's that could be fun if I had a bunch of the other effects as well. But like, all right, so if I manage to put a tricolor into this, but this tricolor has to equal 6, and it's exactly 6. Do 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 do. But this is some 5. Load an orange, blue, 2 Load 2 orange into the behind unit. So this actually could work. It's very heavy, but this could work with the expansion core, because the expansion core will just keep getting bigger enough to eventually will this just keep jamming into that. And this puts tricolored in. So like both of these together would be wild, because this would just jam a tricolored into this every time. And that would be exactly 6. Oh my god, both of these together would be a combo. You put 5 points into this one that poops a 6 tricolor into this one, which generates its unused effect of increasing its power. I don't know. We'll just grab that. I don't plan on using either at the moment, honestly. Let's get some treasure. Remove all unequipped units. For each removed, gain 5 star coins. Remove all unequipped units, gain bullseye. At the start of the first turn, load a white 6-point energy into the central unit. Nope, that's not a good one the way I have my ship built up. Remove all unequipped, gain combo module. Use units, get one more use. Use units can use one more time each turn. So you don't get an extra use. You can just tap it twice in one turn. Honestly, none of that helps. I'll take the 15 star coins. Also, I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see. Let's begin. Anyone who can withstand a punch from Tomozu will be respected as a real man by him. By the way, this creepy bald guy has a cute granddaughter. Countdown. 3 turns. Add 30 strength to all attack units. Then surrender. Okay, so basically you need to survive long enough. One punch. Unless I can somehow knock him out, which you can't do unless I had an extra way of breaking him somehow from a gimmick, which I don't have. So at this point, it's just hold out, keep your biggest numbers in hand. So we're going to purposely get a 9 at least there. Okay. Here he goes. Here's his true power coming out. All right. We've built up for this. This is our moment. All right. So the first thing we're doing, because I need to build up other power as well, is I'm taking this big ass 9 and we're jamming it up here. Then I am going to reroll this 1. Reroll it again. Okay, I got a 3. So that's boosted that to a 5. I can then take this 4 and boost it to a 6. This 4 boosted to a 6, and this 4 and boosted to a 6. Boosted all of that to a lovely 6s. Then we're going to take a 3-point, boosting that to a 9. We're going to take this 9 and stick it in here. So we have 9 energy there as well. And that 9 counts as for going in this middle unit. Then we are going to take our 6 and mark it as a blue and stick that in there. Oh, did I not do this? Oh, did I okay. No, we're still good. We're still good. Kind of, not really. And I put that as a 6 in there. And then I can put that there and that there. So now I've beating him in one lane. I'm taking 25 damage. Load 15 energy in one turn. Okay, well. I'm going to survive, but I'm going to be taking 21 fucking damage. I shouldn't have activated that load. I should have put my own point in, but it doesn't matter. This lane wasn't strong enough. You know what? I know how to do this. I have this. This is easy. I have this. Easy. All right, we get the free numbers. We get our free points in there. Right. Then we're going to re-roll the 2. We're going to re-roll the 1. That thing's a big old 9 now. We don't need to do anything else. However, I can get that 2 to be a 4 and this 4 to be a thing. Even if this doesn't get bigger, who cares? I'm actually beating him. We're good. Things going to happen again. I would love to get this 9 shuffled somewhere else, but that's not how that works. Except it is kind of how it works. So if I take the 9 and put it here, it's going to shift it to the right. Even though it doesn't get bigger, it does get shifted. Then I'm going to take this 4. I'm going to put it in there, and it's going to get bigger. I'm going to re-roll this 2 for funsies. We're going to add 6 to that. Or 2 to the 6 to make that an 8. Then we're going to re-roll. We're going to turn this into a blue so we can re-roll it and get that better, which is a 5, which is excellent. Take this 2, re-roll it, boost that to a 9. We get that as well. Okay. We're going to be equal in this match. I have a whole bunch of things. I think I've powered them up as much as I can. We're going to end turn. Okay, now he does the huge power up. And instead of sticking my 9 up here, I'm going to stick my first 9 here. And then we're going to take the second 9. And we're going to put it in there as well. So that boosts me to 25 power there. Excellent. I'm then going to take this 6, turn it into an 8. This 4 is going to get boosted to an 8 as well. Then I'm going to color this as a blue and put that in there. And then I'm going to re-roll that 2. And boost that up. Put big number in there. We're going to take a fat 8 and jam it in there. And then I'm going to take the blue here and put it in, which means I'm winning this lane. And then I can jam anything I want into there as well. So I can put the 5 in there, and the 3 in there, and I can generate an extra thing to get an extra ping. Now I'm only losing 7 HP. There we go. In fact, I actually, no, wait. Oh, I didn't even think about that last time. All I have to do is go down one. I literally could have taken no damage last... I could have moved my ship last turn, and I just didn't. Lamau. Surrender. I surrender. Unit strength is not added to its lane, but to other lanes. Or another D20. Oh, wow. The unit strength is not added to its lane, but to other lanes. Yeah, let's get another D20 roller. Fuck it. Might not be as fun, but we're generating all the extra nonsense, so. Treasure upgrade. Upgrades. I need upgrades. Upgrade a common unit. Lose 4. Upgrade a rare. Lose 12-star coins. Upgrade 2 units. Human only. Yeah, we're taking that. The Omega. That's already upgraded the most. Oh, this is upgraded the most. When a unit generates energy. When any unit generates energy on your turn. Okay, so I don't need to have spacing anymore with that one. Add 3. At the start of the battle, add a... Unload at a white slot to this unit. Unload generating energy of the same color. Oh, reduces the orange down. All right, let's take that one and this one. There we go. Because now I can do rainbow tricks with that as well. And then unknown or treasure. We'll go treasure. Remove a unit. Ooh. Get a treasure the same rarity. Oh, I don't have anything bonus. I had to sell mine earlier. Oh, that sucks. I could have liked to have it, but everything I have in my ship is necessary. I mean, maybe not this extra D20. I could probably get rid of the extra D20, but I just get a regular unit. So, no, sorry. Oh, well. Wanted racehorse. Always face the lane with the lowest enemy strength. So whichever is my lowest, he'll constantly keep moving this to go to it. Okay. Alright, we're going to generate a free ship. Because we can. And there's no reason not to. Alright, we have a flat 9 now. I can take this 9. Put it here. And then he flees. Up to there. I'll then boost that for free. Boost that. Try a reroll on that. Didn't work out so well. That's fine. We're going to take a blue and put it in there, powering up the middle one as well. But that's a blue and a white. So I can put a white 4 or orange, a tricolor in here, and that will make him run off. And then I unfortunately need to put a bigger number in, which I don't want to do, but yeah. I mean, we'll just tie him, but I still do a whole bunch of damage, so that's fine by me. because I don't have to beat him in the lane. I just have to not take damage from him, and then I can still damage him. You don't have to just damage the middle one. Just neat. All right, generate our free stuff, which means we have a 9 sitting here, which means we need to take this 9 and we need to jam it in there, which makes him run away. We then take this 1 and re-roll it. This 2 can't re-roll it, but we'll take this and re-roll it. Now we have another 9, which will jam the 9 up here, which will make him flee again. And then we upgrade the 2 to a 4, and then we'll upgrade the 4 to a 6. And then we can take that. And match him exactly at 22. And now we can pump the other ones. We'll color that white. Then we have orange and white go in there. Pumps that really big. Then we pump that, making him go to the one that we matched. And we blast him. Yeah. Generate our freebie. Upgrade or reroll that. Nope, didn't roll that well. Oh well. Reroll this 2. Then we're going to take this 9 because it can't be upgraded anymore. We're going to jam it in here. Then we're going to take this 3 and turn it to a 5, and this 5 is going to get turned to a 7, which will boost that by 1 instead of the one we've been hitting. So his damage is currently only 14. So we can basically leave this 15 alone. We don't have to put anything else into it. And I think we'll have the victory, honestly. We put a tricolor here. It's going to be part blue, so it's going to copy over. We're going to make that part white. That'll copy over. Then we put this in here, and that will copy over. And then we put this big old 5 right smack dab in the middle. Is that good enough? No, he's 1 off from death. Now we win, right? Yeah. Boom. Choose a treasure. Paint shares usage points during battles. Oh, so you have just one pool of usage points. Ooh. At the start of the 3rd turn, add an orange, a blue, and a white paint. So 3rd turn, add 3 paints, or let's share all my paint usages. That's very nice. Oh, look. I have an extra weight unit, but nothing to put in. God damn it. Alright. A shop? I have 55 coins. This might be a time to shop. Do I do an unknown first? Yeah, let's do a shop first. Enter the shop. The first item you buy is free. Which is perfect because I have a new slot open I can use. Tricolor. Generate a blue 7-point and a blue 2-point if I put a tricolor in. Tricolor. Load the unit behind with a tricolor 5 points. Damn, nice. On load, add strength equal to the loaded point, then jam it. So this does double power, but it jams the next turn. And when any attack unit loads a 9-point energy, add a blue slot to it. Now, I do have the ability of getting the free 9 points. When any unit mixes energy, create a mix white into it. At the start of battle, add a white paint and a blue paint for this battle. Do I just remove that and get the... when I add a 9? At the start of the turn, when your HP is less than 10, add 2 strength. Effects that trigger at the start of the X turn for units and treasures will now trigger at the start of the 1st turn. Draw in the showdown. Add 1 power to all attack units in the same lane if you draw. Interesting. Tricolor. Load the unit behind with a tricolor 5? Unload. That jams it. Any attack unit loads. When any attack unit is a 9-point energy, add a blue slot to it. Do I care about adding extra slots? If I add a rainbow. Interesting. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Like this could generate and get me some 9-point stuff, but I need to make a tricolor first. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, I don't know. Okay, so this is a 4th turn. So on my first turn, I get everything 4 attack. That'd be it. I just get boost on my first turn, not my 4th turn for that one. The thing is, if I get any of these, am I even going to use it? When any unit loads a 9-point energy, add a blue slot to it. Like, do I give a fuck about a blue slot? Like, I don't think I do. I think I'm just taking the spotlight for free. So if I'm low on health, I'll get an extra attack. I'll get extra attack power. And then I'll take the one where all my one treasure just triggers first. And that's it. And then I have a 3. So we have an unknown, a repair, or a shop. I'm not damaged at all. I'm going to go to another shop. Get 5 to enter the shop. Boutique. Enter the shop with no common items. Let's do it. Okay. Signal antenna. On load, apply double strength to all attack units in the same lane, but then they're jammed. On load, when you load the next energy from hand into any unit, load a copy. The unit strength is not added to the lane, but to other lanes. At the start of battle, add a white... At the start of the battle, add a white slot to all units in the same column, but then jam them. At the start of battle, tricolor units gain orange progress. What? At the start of battle, any unit with a tricolor on it automatically has an orange part of it. Okay. I'm not using any real tricolor at the moment. When an attack unit is loaded with a 9-point energy, add a power. And attack units at 2 strength when 1-point energy is loaded. Okay. I won't have that many of those. So I'll take the detonating primer. And I will take the bifurcate core. And we're going to remove the regular D20. Put this D20 down here. And we're going to move the bifurcate core here. Now the reason why I'm doing that is, yes, when I generate a free thing, my leftmost thing will get 1 less power. So instead of getting 2 power, it'll only gain 1. However, this bottom lane tends to be my weakest. This top lane, with the expansion core, I can literally put an infinite amount of things in it, and it will always get bigger. So if I need to jam power in, I can always jam power in as much as I want. Also, because this has a 3rd slot and it gets extra power, it's a really great way of playing around with color theory. So this means I can put any extra points I want in the bifurcate, and that will make the middle lane and the bottom lane naturally stronger just by being there, which is probably better than just having... Now, to be fair, this is going to proc a lot, but I think this might be more helpful. Honestly, this ship is big, but I wish it had more slots. Or I could also just get rid of some paint. I also could just get rid of some paint and not worry about having a blue and a white. Maybe that's better. And keep the biggers going in there. Yeah, let's do that. Although I do need lots of blue paint. I don't think I even have any much extra. I have like one of each if I do this. So I can't really color it. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Anyway, here we go. Last fight. The Wanted. The Apocalypse. Criminal Toilet Lid. This is, in my opinion, the coolest ship in the game. And as the game script writer, I've decided to gift it to myself. By the way, it's a reference to Digimon. Copy core. When the enemy loads energy, this unit loads a copy. And countdown 3. When the enemy loads 3 energy from hand, unlock all energy in the enemy. Lock all energy hands. But this only triggers on the 3rd turn, so you don't have to. It's not gonna like lock you out instantly every turn, which is good. Generate my freebies. Whoop. Then after generating my freebies, I am going to... Oh, wait. These need to be... Fuck. Hold up. I didn't put these back where they're supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Hold up. Because this can go anywhere. This has to be adjacent. Alright. We're going to generate our free shit. We're going to turn... Reroll that 1 into a 4. Hell yeah. Reroll that 2. Yeah, it's a waste if I do that now. But I don't get the bonus if I do that, so we're just going to get that to a 9. Wait, no, I don't have the thing that does the 9 power. Did I? When an attack unit is loaded with a 9-point energy, add a power. So yeah, I do actually have that. So now this wants to go in somewhere. We're literally matching that right now without having to do anything else. That's funny. So I'll put the white in there. So because I put all my small numbers in first, this just generated a bunch of 1s. So I can literally fuck with it by making it only put 1s in. That's actually pretty sick. That's actually pretty sick. I can just straight mess with how the thing works. Okay, now that's been done. We're going to turn this 4, and we're going to make it bigger. We're going to take this 6, and we're going to make it bigger. Guess what that gives us? That's right, baby, another 9. We're going to take that 9, and we're going to jam it in this one, boosting the other 2 lanes by 9 power, along with the bonus power it's gotten. So now we've got big numbers, baby. Considering this is going to make it so more things in my hand at later turns is a detriment, we're going to, just this once, just this once, only this once, go super damn hard. We're going to color that as a blue. And we'll put that in there. Now that's copying that. I'm going to put this in there, which is going to make that even bigger. And now we're going to unleash. Boom! 60 damage. Now we need to beat it again. So we're going to generate our free energy, which gives us a bunch of fun stuff. We're then going to take this 2 and we're going to re-roll it, which gives us a 9 already. You know where that 9 is going? That's right, baby. That 9 is going to be going right over here. Boosting the other 2 lanes by 2. Well, by more than that. Because it has power, so it's giving that extra bonus power. So it's like giving like 11 power to everything now. Then we're going to take this low 1 and we're going to roll it. Then we're going to take this 3 and we're going to turn it into a 5. And then we're going to take this 5 and we're going to turn it into a 7. And oh look, we have another 9! So we're going to put that in there, copies that over. Then we are going to take a orange and a dual color one we had. I'm going to stick it in there. And now we're beating it in almost every lane except for the middle one. Or the bottom one. So what we're going to just do is we're going to take a big-ass fat 7, just jam it in there. We beat it in every column. It's going to lock her hand, but it's going to lock her hand when it's paralyzed. So, even though I can't load that much energy, I don't really have to load anything in there. Because first of all, basically, I do this. I get a bunch of freebies. Now I've boosted up a 9. I take the big 9, I jam it in this, which buffs up my other rows. I think I'm only allowed, what, one more? No, this was free, right? Because I didn't do it from hand, right? When the enemy loads 3 energy from hand. Yeah, so I only put 1 energy in so far. I can put other in, and I'm not that far off on killing it. So I can do something like taking this 5, making it part orange and part blue, taking this 4, making it part blue and part orange, sticking it in this device, which should activate its ability 3 times, because it's 3 matching colors, so that's 6 extra power, and now we win. Yeah! Okay, yeah, the one that adds power to the other lane was the perfect fucking pick. The perfect pick. Especially since we could almost guarantee that we were getting 9s. Because we're getting +2 to everything we put in. Oh, mwah. Beautiful. And we unlocked some more people, too. Man, okay, there's a lot of people with different things in here. But yeah, this was cool. Having this really big ship was fun. Okay. Alright, that's it for now. That's some more Lone Star. That's 2 nice big long runs. Another 3 hours. I've enjoyed this a lot. I like this game. I'm going to play it more in my own time. I maybe will put a stream of it every once in a while, but my plan is to finish Mega Man, and then I have a few other smaller games, or games like this one that I kind of want to check out. I don't know how good they are or not. That they might not be like I stream them for the entire time, but might be neat to show off on stream. And that's what I'm going to fill in this week with. I'm going to finish off Mega Man, do some other smaller streams of other games that I have just floating around my library that could be pretty good and that I might like a lot. Like, this was a roguelike. This was almost guaranteed for me to like it. But yeah, this has been very fun. I love flexing. Not really flexing my brain. I like using my brain and figuring all this stuff out. It just thoroughly entertains me every time. It's great. Anyway, I will see you all later for some Mega Man Battle Network 3, which I might actually finish the main story today. I probably will. And then there'll be some, like, late game, post-game stuff that's going to be super hard that I might show off again in the week. But I might have to grind a bit on that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll be back again later for some Mega Man Battle Network 3. Probably the finale. Good night, everybody.